As a first-time investor or a returning investor, you need to know the type of real estate that will favor you. First of all, I am a fan of you need to understand what is happening in the market before you put in your money. All right. Welcome once again to the latest landlord show, here today with Israel Nwafo. And today we are going to be learning a very important aspect of real estate investment. This show is sponsored by Sofco Homes and Property Solutions, headquartered in Lagos, Nigeria, and provide housing solutions in the southeast of Nigeria and in Lagos, Nigeria. All right. So if you have needs in these areas, send us a message, send us your budget, and we'll take it up from there. So back to the lesson for today, or to the subject of today. First of all, let's talk about flipping in real estate. So there are many types of real estate, but majorly flipping and cash flow. Now let's see what flipping is. So flipping in real estate is defined as when you are targeting and buying cheap properties in order to either fix them or not, aka develop them or not, and sell them within a short time to make some profit. All right. One of the major factors of this type of real estate is that it's not a long-term stuff. Some people do 3 months, some people do 6 months, some people do 1 year, because their major goal is to put in their money and take it out within a short time, maybe do it again and do it again. So that's their strategy. The good thing about flipping real estate is that you are not encumbered maybe with long-term risks. What do you mean by long-term risks? Maybe if tomorrow flood came and maybe pulled down the house, you must have sold the house and moved to another thing. Another advantage is you have control over your money. You can easily resell and make back your capital and maybe a little gain. All right. You have another advantage. You have some leverage. You can use the real estate you acquire to get loan from the bank and all that. Now, what are the other sides of it? You know, they say anything that has advantage has disadvantages, right? So I will not call it disadvantage, but I will say this is the other side of it. Because when it comes to real estate investment, the disadvantages are very, very low and minimal. You know, that is how you know a good investor. A good investor, there is no investment out there that doesn't have risks. But what makes you a good investor is you are able to make those investments that have lower risks. All right. If you have 3 investments, one investment has 80% risks, another one has 60%, another has 20%. If you are able to secure the 20% risk deal, you are a better investor than someone that got the 80% risk deal. So the other side of it is that if there are opportunities that will come to that property maybe in the next 2 years, you will miss it because you sold early. So if there is a project that is coming to that area, maybe from the government or from a big private sector company, you are going to miss it. And we have seen people miss those kind of opportunities. For instance, people that did flipping in the Dangote refinery project. So there was a time the Dangote refinery project was like, it will not mature, it will not be completed, it will not go into operation. You know that time now. I think that was the time towards the 2023 election, right, in Nigeria. So you saw what was happening. What happened was that some people, when in order to be on a safe side, they sold their assets, they sold their properties near Dangote refinery. They made profit, but it was not up to the profit that those that waited till that refinery was launched and opened and became operational made. The people that kept their own till when the refinery started working, made times 10, some of them made times 50 of what the people that sold before the refinery was open made. And I'm not blaming any party because it is risks. Everybody is taking risks. So it depends on the amount of risks you are willing to take. All right. Flipping real estate is very good because one of the most important thing is you are getting your capital back in a short time. All right. But the other side of it is, if the future opportunities that will come to that property, especially if you are not informed about that location, you might miss out. You will miss out on it. All right. In fact, I have a property right now near the landmark resort that is about to be built right now in Enugu State, in the former Nike Lake Resort. Now, this property is just 7 minutes drive to that site. Those of you in Lagos, those of you that used to go to the landmark park at VI in Lagos, you know the kind of activity that happens there from morning till night. People are trooping in and trooping out. People that are going for dates, people that are going for sightseeing, people that are going to the beach, different kinds of activities, people that are going for picnics. And there was so much appreciation on all the properties around it. That's the same thing that is happening now. Now they are coming to build the same thing in Nike Lake Resort in Enugu State. All right. So if you are the flipping type of person, you can buy now and sell in 6 months time, or sell in 1 year time, or sell in 3 months time. It's still the same thing. The fact is that as far as that project is going on, the price of the property will keep increasing. Right now it's selling for 6.5 million. All right. And we just have 4 plots available. So send me a message right now so that you get one for yourself. Okay. Yeah. So what's the second type of real estate we say we are going to talk about today? Welcome everyone that is joining me live. I appreciate you guys so much that always join my live. Please screenshot this and send to your friends. Share this video right now. Share this live. Let somebody benefit from it, because let me tell you the truth. Many people are making money now in Nigeria. Go and check the amount of money people are making from how will you know? Look at the amount of money that is in circulation according to central bank. Trillions of naira. Are there no human beings that are using that money, that are circulating that money? People are making money. People are making money from goods and services. People are making money from the aviation industry. People are making money online, different places. The tech guys, the crypto guys, the correct guys, people are making money. So share this with your friends and neighbors, so that, because let me tell you the truth, money is a currency. It flows. That's why it is called currency. It's current. Currency comes from current. So current flows, right? Now that you are making that money, now your friends are making that money, now your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your enemies are making that money. Tell them to make some investment, because that money may not flow like that forever. All right? So what is the cash flow real estate? In simple terms, cash flow real estate is when you buy properties. Now, before I leave the flipping aspect, now under flipping, there are some people that buy real estate and develop it first before they sell. You realize that such people will make more profit than the people that just bought it, left it like that. After some time, they sold it. So when there is value addition, you can easily make more money. So if you buy some plots of land and you fence it, you are going to make more money than somebody that did not fence his own. If you buy a house, maybe an old house, and you renovated the house, you spent another 10 million to renovate it. If you want to sell, you can add another 30 million and sell it. So that's for flipping. So there are two types of flippers: people that develop and sell, and people that just buy it that way and sell without stressing themselves. Back to cash flow. So cash flow real estate is you buying a piece of property and renting it out. You are making money through rentals. You see that you buy virgin properties or virgin land, build on it and rent it out, or you buy already existing structure if it is dilapidated, you develop it, you fix it, and you rent it out. That's cash flow real estate. Now I've seen people make arguments that they don't understand or they don't know. So you hear things like, oh, if I spend let's say 100 million to build 4 block of flats or 8 block of flats, and I'm taking let's say 2 million naira in rental every year, that means every year I'm making 8 million in rental. It's going to take me 10 years to 11 years to make the money back. That is not a wise thing to do. You have heard people make that kind of argument. But what these people are not saying is the property still belongs to you. If you decide to sell the whole house, something you spent 100 million to build, you can sell it for 150 million. So let's say you collected rental for 5 years and you made about or let me use 6 years. You collected rentals for 6 years and you made about 50 million from those rentals, and then you now sell the property for 150 million. Remember that real estate goes up. It only appreciates. Real estate only goes up. All right. 99% of the times it only goes up. Unless you went and built your house on the road or on government land, and here you are the one that is at risk. So you are the one that didn't follow the process. But if you follow the right process, the right plan, you follow the zoning regulation of that area, you follow the building approval of that area, you are going to sell higher. So somebody is focusing on how many years it will take to recover the initial investment on that property. The question that person should ask is, don't the person have the right to sell the whole building if he or she wants? And why are the billionaires only building residentials? Why are they building shortlets? Why are they building hotels? They are building things they don't want to sell off. They are building things they are renting out. The reasons are very simple. Rentals is continuous income. When you buy a property and sell it, you cannot make another income from that property. The money you made from selling it is where the income ended. If you fail to invest that money you made from selling that property, you are going to lose, because soon that money will be spent on other things, or you went and kept it in the bank. It's just going to remain dormant. It's going to be dust. Money in the bank is dust because it's not making more money for you. The banks take your money and give to other sets of billionaires. They use it to buy rental properties or develop rental properties and rent out, and they are paying you 5%, 7% in interest, while bank is collecting 20% on your money. Your money in the bank rent it out as loan and get 20%, 25% interest and give you 7%. Who is smart? Who is smarter here? All right. So what are some of the advantages of doing cash flow real estate? Number one, passive income. Listen, guys, this is the hallmark of wealth. This is the hallmark of wealth creation. Passive income. The ability to make money without working. There is no other magic that creates wealth. This is the author and the finisher of wealth creation. That you are staying in your house and every end of the month you receive 3 million as rental money. You receive 5 million. Some people receive 100 million every month from their properties. Can you imagine that? See, you need to understand that real estate, cash flow real estate is the Oga Patapata of them all. Is the Jagaban of them all. There are some buildings I've seen. There are some, okay, you know, we check other markets in the world, and you see buildings in America, you see buildings in UK and in Germany that have lasted for 120 years. Guess what? That building has been paying rent. Everybody in that building have been paying the landlord rent. And some of the first people that had those buildings died. Their children are still collecting rent. And Grandchildren will collect rent, and it will continue. If that house stay there for 400 years, it will keep paying the owners for 400 years. Get it right, guys. Cash flow real estate is king. Why did Emeka go and build a plaza in Onitsha? Why didn't he just build a house and sold it? Why are they building malls? Why do you have ShopRite malls and what are the other malls in Lagos? We have the urban malls and different kind of malls. Why are these guys building malls and companies are coming to sell their products in those malls? They are renting the space. Some of those malls have been there for 50 years, some 30 years. Anytime the person that is using the mall is exhausted or maybe he has gotten his own place, he moves out, another tenant comes in. Continuous cash flow. Remember that the property is still belongs to the landlord. You know, latest landlord like me. Right? So, cash flow real estate is king. And this should be the goal of every real estate investor. Don't end at buying land. Don't end at building a house and selling it off. Maybe as a beginner, you can just be buying properties, maybe land, and that is where you should start from. If you are still just coming up, you have not started making the big money, start buying the lands. Because very soon you are going to begin to make the big money, and because you bought land some years ago that is very cheap, it will be very easy for you to build rental properties on it and rent it out. You can build shops and rent it out. You build residential buildings and rent it out. You build shotlets. You build hotels. You build all manner of things. That is how the rich people became rich. That is how the billionaires became billionaires. They started buying lands first. And in the next 5 years, those places have become developed. They started buying cheap lands. And there is no cheap land that is in the center of the city. Any land at the center of the city is premium land. And all the places that are developed today was once underdeveloped. So you need to use your mind, guys. You need to be smart with this game. The game of real estate is allowing time to work for you. Allowing time to appreciate your asset for you. And there is no time that is right. Stop waiting from when you will have 100 million. Stop waiting from when you will have 1 billion. That time will never come. But you can start now and use assets to make that 100 million or that 1 billion. For instance, in this property that we are selling in Enugu right now, near the landmark park that is about to build at the former Nike Lake Resort, there are people that are planning to build shotlets there. So if you are able to build, let me say, 8 units of shotlet or 4 units, any amount of units you can build, one shotlet can be giving you up to, can be giving you up to 1 million naira per month. One shotlet, 1 unit. All right? Because there are shotlets that are charging up to 300,000 in a week. There are people that there are shotlets that are charging 150 in a day. In Lagos, 150k in a day. Yes. So 150k times 3 is that's 450,000 times if you calculate, okay, let's use 100,000. All right. So 100k times 7 is 700,000. 700,000 times 4. Right? 700,000 times 4 is 5 2 million, 2.8 million in 1 month. Imagine now that you have 4 units of that there, and all of them are in usage. So you have 2.8 million times 4 in a month. So in a month you are making close to 12 million naira. That's how this money is made, guys. That's how they are making the money. So you need to have a plan. You start now, buy the lands. In the next 2 years, you build your shotlets and you keep collecting cash flow. You still, whether you are in Nigeria or not, whether you are there or not, the money keeps coming to your account. That is how wealth is being built. All right. So I encourage you right now to so that's number one, passive income. Number two is the number two advantage of doing cash flow real estate is you are building long-term wealth, value appreciation. Now look at it this way. The more you own this cash flow real estate, the more money you make. Why? Because with time you will increase the price of your rent. Now those of you that, if you know that your landlord increased your rent this year, put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section, so that we are not talking about something that is far off. It's happening to us. If your landlord increased your rent this year, put it in the comment section. Your landlord is making more money, but it's the same house. Some of these houses, they will not even do any renovation. They will just increase the price like that. If you are sad, it's only complain, you complain inside your room. You cannot beat the landlord. If you fuck up, they will bundle you out. If you cannot stay again, go to a cheaper place. It is what it is, guys. I'm not shading anybody, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So be that landlord. Plan to be the landlord. Begin to build your own and begin to rent out. That's what will make you rich. And the reason why you will be rich, listen to me, guys. Many people cannot afford to build their own house anymore because the distance between the rich, the gap between the rich and the poor, it has increased. It keeps increasing. So only the rich can afford to build residential houses. So the poor and the people that are trying to cross over to the rich will keep renting them. The housing deficit in Nigeria is about 20-something million houses. So any house you build right now, the number of people that are going to occupy it are times 10 of whatever you build. All right? So long-term wealth. So the third advantage, this is the one I love so much, of cash flow real estate is generational security and wealth. See, guys, go and check the children of some of the big men that have died. None of them is suffering. They are not suffering because their dad was rich. They are suffering because they inherited properties. Some of them inherited police stations. Some of them inherited hotels. Some of them inherited residential buildings, 3-story buildings, 5-story buildings. Some of them inherited shops, plazas. They can never be poor, guys. They will never be poor. And if they continue like that and build, maybe add more assets to that, their own children will never be poor. That's how you see a family that has never been poor for the past 200 years. Go to Japan, go to America, you will see such families. Families that have been wealthy from generation to generation because they have assets that keep paying cash flow to them. So start that today. Your children deserve a better life than you. Maybe your parents didn't do that for you. Do it for your children. Do it for your future generation. Start first by buying properties. Buy land. I have 4 plots of land at Omo-Ekpe, at the Ekpe corridor here in Lagos, and you can get that. And this is the cheapest land in my portfolio in Lagos right now. 4 plots, 3 million per plot, 500 square meters, no extra charges. You're getting the deed of assignment and the survey of the property. You can book for inspections. Guys, don't miss this opportunity. If you have 12 million, give me a DM right now. If you have 6 million, send me a DM right now. Get 2 plots or get all of them. It is going to blow your mind. Remember, this is where the new Lagos is, where the new they are building the new international airport, the Lagos Film City, all the major projects. You know, the governor is from there, so he moved many of the projects to that place. All right, so take advantage of that. Send me a DM right now, either the Enugu or the Lagos. I am here for you, and let's make you the latest landlord. Cheers, guys. See you in my latest video. See you in my next video.